Well, Eddie, it's got to be all gas, no brakes. We're close on time, so let's get right to the meat of it. What's on your mind?
Let's do it.
Well, I definitely want to do a real quick shout out. ACA, big part of my life in the last 2 years, brand new atheist. Just
Nice.
wanted to share a couple ideas that have kept me. Hey, how you doing?
Good. No, sorry, I was just saying nice. Congrats on being an atheist.
Hey, I'm still trying to figure out what's real, dude.
Hey, we all are. I mean, that's the only ones making claims of certainty is a certain camp.
Right, no doubt. But, I just wanted to share a couple of things that I'm definitely, I'm even anti-theist, because if you try to apply any of the implications in any known religion, it's inhumane in my opinion. But a couple of things just keep me from completely negating the idea of a supernatural. And one of them is, like I was telling the call screener, my brain says that there must be some form of life that my existence is contingent upon, that I don't have a mechanism or a method to detect yet. And it would be arrogant and irrational for me to assume that that does not exist. So
I can tell you already that there are bacteria in your gut that we haven't necessarily identified and isolated and labeled, and that are vital and necessary to the breaking down of the foods that you consume and that allow you to exist. So, really quickly, I think we can confirm that that's true to an extent, but I'm curious maybe the angle that you're taking it from.
Yeah, are you going to by contingent, are you going to kind of think the distinction between things being contingent from some necessary thing, and for the viewers, contingent is just going to be kind of things that could be otherwise, as opposed to the necessary thing, which some people would say is God, and then all contingent things come from. Is that kind of the route you're going?
Well, yeah, kind of. Because if I can see it on one end of my observational spectrum, in the micro, and they can be considered extremely intelligent, considering what they need to do, and as far as evolving quickly and all that. Wouldn't it be arrogant to say that doesn't exist on the macro scale? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's actually you brought something up to me real quick, and I don't want to forget. But you said at the beginning of it, you said. That goes to what you're saying is the negation of the supernatural. You don't do that. Unless you're a metaphysical naturalist, which what that means is somebody that thinks there is only the natural world, there is no supernatural.
Right.
I'm somebody that calls myself a methodological naturalist, which is to state, I'm using a method within here. The best way I put this is there's ways I can explain things. Natural, you could tell me that there's another card I need to lift up to explain a phenomena, and that's the supernatural. I leave that card flipped down on the table. I'm not shoving it off the table like a metaphysical naturalist is just going to go, nope, don't need the supernatural card, right? I'm taking the card, I'm putting it face down, and I don't know if I can explain it with something when that's proper. That's not my, I'm leaving it open, but it's not my problem for somebody to say, hey, I have a new tool or a new thing at which I could come to you and, give you a better way of discerning things, or we have supernaturalism or some way to detect that. That's kind of the burden of proof is on that, but you don't have to negate that to be the case. I would openly say it could be the case that Yahweh is just deceiving me my entire life. That could be the case. There's really no logical contradiction there. The question you need to ask yourself is there any good reason for you to believe that? Because if you play the game of it could be this, it could be that, this is like the problem of underdetermination that I said earlier. You can post hoc everything you want to come up with a new hypothesis. What if it's aliens deceiving me? What if Descartes' demons deceiving me? What if we're in the Matrix? What if all these things? But you have to actually have a good reason to believe the claim. Otherwise, you are in an endless battle of near solipsism at that point. And so I would urge you to look at the claim and see if there's good reasons for it. Not saying, how do I kind of figure out how to debunk the supernatural or something?
Well, no, I mean, I'm with you on that. I mean, believe in things that have warrant belief. I mean, okay, I get that, and that wasn't what I was saying. What I was saying is, if I can demonstrate on the microscopic scale that there is intelligent life, a form of life that my existence is contingent upon, then am I irresponsible in the
inferring it to the whole? That's
the same thing on the macro scale, something on the other end of my observation.
So that is actually fallacious. So there is actually a fallacy for that. It is called the fallacy of composition or the fallacy of division, depending on which way you go. So what that means is that you will look at something and you're inferring based on some property that is shared there, right? You're saying, oh, this property shared between the part or this small thing. What if that's the case for the entire whole? Well, that doesn't work, because I could just look at a chair and go, well, the chair's legs are made of wood, so the entire chair is made of wood. No, probably not. Or I could go to Walmart and say, hey, there's a group of people, and I know they're a family, so that must mean every group of people in here are families. Nope, some of them might be groups of friends. To infer that to go from there to there is fallacious. There are times at which it is true that the part shares the same property as the whole set of things. But there's no reason de facto to just decide, oh, here's the part, that must be the case for the whole, because we can list hundreds of examples of where that fallacy comes into play. But I'd suggest Googling or looking into the fallacy of composition or composition division fallacy. That seems to be the error in that reason.
Yeah, no, I definitely will. I'll look into that, and it's just, something that plays in my head. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what's real and what's not.
It sounds like you care.
But I did have.
That's the biggest part of the battle. I appreciate that you are asking these questions and working through some of these things. So thank you for joining us in that journey.
Yeah, no, hey, it's a privilege, actually. I've been listening to you guys for, like I said, about 2 years. I'm a first-time caller, and I will say that there's a lot of people at the ACA who have earned my respect, and I'm not too familiar with you two gentlemen, but it's a privilege.
Well, hey, you're a first-time caller. I'm a first-time hoster in this seat. I've been on the guest side, so we're kind of together on this. So.
Yeah, so after you're done Googling all the homework JMike gave you, check out Secular Sexuality. Great show.
Yeah.